We just finished talking about how to drive buyers to your home online using Zillow. Next, we will talk about how to drive buyers to your home offline. This video is all about signage. We will discuss what types of signs you need, how many signs you should get, what you should put on your signs, and where to place your signs. I'll admit, much of this is common sense, but just like with any common sense, it's good to be reminded of it sometimes. Let's start with what types of signs you'll need. In general, you're going to need a sign for the front of your home letting people know that your home is for sale. Additionally, you'll need signs at major intersections and in your neighborhood directing buyers to your home. The sign that you get for the front of your yard should be pretty standard. It should simply say house for sale or home for sale and have a place to put your phone number. The sign should be placed in your front yard within a step or two from the sidewalk or the road. You don't want drivers walking through your yard to get a flyer. We'll talk about where to put the flyers in just a second. If you have a corner lot, I recommend getting 2 signs, one for each side of your yard. The only thing you should put on your sign is your phone number. I see a lot of homeowners who write the price on their sign only to throw that sign away when they've changed their listing price. There's no sense writing your address on the sign, as the sign will be placed in front of your house. As far as adding any call-out signs that say something like just listed or open house or pool, I'd recommend skipping those. It's just an extra expense that will not add a lot of value. So what about flyers? While this is not a necessity, it's a nice to have. I recommend getting a brochure box and placing flyers on your sign. Yes, most of your flyers will be taken by your neighbors. However, you want potential buyers who drive by your house to easily be able to remember where it's at when they're interested later. You can find these on Amazon for about $15. If you have a sprinkler system, I recommend paying a few extra dollars for a waterproof one. Your flyers can cost you upwards of about $1 a piece, so one nightly watering session can cost you $30 to $40. You can attach these brochure boxes to your for sale sign with zip ties. I recommend keeping about 10 flyers in the holder at a time and checking it daily. Now let's move to directional signs. The purpose of directional signs is so you can cast a wider net to direct people to your house. I recommend placing these directional signs at all major intersections near your home. This could include every entrance to your subdivision, at major intersections, and at every required turn to get to your home. If you have a long straightaway to your home, I'd recommend placing signs every 1/8 of a mile to 1/4 of a mile. You want to continually reassure the potential buyer that they're on the right track. I see many people writing their address on these directional signs. However, I've never seen an address that I could read from the car on one of these signs. My advice to you is skip the address. Instead, write 1 or 2 words about your house that will pique the buyer's interest. This could be the name of your subdivision, or even a home feature such as a pool, the number of acres, or even that it's newly remodeled. One last thing before we leave this video. Make sure your signs are similar. Signs come in many different colors and shapes. Make sure that your directional signs are all the same and they match your front yard sign. For example, don't use blue directional signs and a yellow front yard sign. Also, be careful about using house-shaped directional signs and a square yard sign. You want people to know that they've arrived at their destination when they're following your directional signs. You can purchase the signs on Amazon and at your local hardware store. For a few dollars more, you can custom order signs from websites like signs.com. Don't forget to make sure that you buy stakes with your signs. In the end, remember that it's not the sign that's going to sell your home. It's the home itself and the listing price.